Najee, what do you feel like Sunday's performance does for the offense's confidence?
Sunday's performance. I think what matters most is going there and just win the game. That's the main goal. How we perform obviously is a big factor too. But right now we're about to watch film on Houston. We just got done watching film on Vegas. So when we figure out what the plan is, then I can have better questions.
What for you is going to be? What for you guys is going to be the biggest focus you think offensively heading into this week?
Just executing our game plan. Kind of just being more detailed. Looking at the film from Vegas wasn't as detailed, so that's a big emphasis. Mike T said so. Just has to be more detailed, really.
Najee, what allowed you guys to execute better in the last game Sunday?
We was running the ball efficiently.
Why was just everybody on the same page? Those details that you were talking about.
Just get better about doing things every week. Just like it just takes time. We're as long as we're trending upwards, that's all that matters. The run game's starting to help open up a lot of stuff. Play action started to help, so create those big plays.
I feel like it started a little bit of a corner as a group.
We're getting there.
Najee, how much does the play action pass help open up the whole offense and give Kenny just a split second more to pass?
Play action helps out a lot because when you get the linebackers to step up and it creates the big shots down the field, and then if they start playing off, then you can run the ball more. So it all marries off of each other, really.
Do you feel like linebackers have been attacking more downhill in these first few games because of what you guys did last year?
Of course. First 2 games alone, they were jetting. D linemen were jetting, and then the linebackers would jet downfield too. Just all to stop the run. The Browns did it too. I think they saw the film of what the Niners did, and they're just jetting gaps. All the double team blocks, they were just splitting them because they seen that's probably a way to stop the run. But it's football, so we got to try and find ways to combat that.
That touchdown drive for you guys that made it 23-7, where it just really seemed like everything was clicking. You guys were moving the ball really efficiently, and obviously Pat capped it off in a touchdown. But how much does that speak to what you guys know you're capable of as an offense this season, and something you can build on in that way?
I think it just starts with the running game, really. As long as we can run the ball efficiently, it creates a lot of plays. Just off that play right there was a play action. So I think it's just us just knowing what we do best and just marrying off of that and performing. Thank you, guys.
There's stats out there that you gotta have 400 yards, you gotta have scored 30 points. You guys could have done that on Sunday if you wanted to. If you kept trying, but when you get the lead, you're playing a little bit differently, aren't you?
A little bit. We just want to win. It doesn't really matter how. We just want to check that win off on the win column and keep moving from there.
That being said, Pat, you guys only scored 20 points 3 weeks in a row, I think once since Matt started calling them, since you got here. Is that when Mike talks about stacking performances? I would assume that being more productive offensively is part of that, being consistent.
Yeah, we definitely have to be consistent. We had a strong performance on Sunday night, and we continue to build on that. We're gonna have to be able to do that on offense, to stack wins, and that's our goal.
Did you find that the middle has been open more for you guys than maybe the first 2 games?
Yeah, it depends on who we're playing and how they play defense, and obviously versus Vegas, we felt that the middle of the field was key to have a productive day on offense, so we were able to attack that for sure.
You guys have added weapons. So the first couple weeks you didn't get a lot of targets, for that's limited snap count. But is it you want the ball, but at the same time it's sort of like, hey, if 14's open, get him the ball.
Yeah.
11's open, get him the ball.
Yeah, whoever's open, that's the person that's going to want to make the plays, and we have to continue to feed off that. And at the end of the day, we just want to win and continue to rise up that win column. And so whatever happens there, how we get there, it's cool.
When it comes to the attacking the middle of the field, when you played San Francisco, obviously they've got great personnel that makes that hard to do. Now, from what Mike Tomlin told us, their bone structure, what they're trying to do is similar to San Francisco's. Do you still go after the middle of the field because they don't have that elite personnel there yet, like San Fran does?
Yeah, we have to attack what they give us. We're never going to go into a game and I don't know. We're going to have to go in there and just kind of, attack what they give us. And, as an offensive plan, we're going to see that on film. We just got to execute our assignments and details, and I think we'll be able to do that for sure.
2 more. You saw the offense take steps last year.
Yep.
Does it remind you, did that Sunday performance remind you of what you saw last year as it started to get better?
Yeah, for sure. Obviously, I think the biggest thing was we didn't turn the ball over. So obviously, we were able to stay on schedule. We were able to run the ball, able to do all the things we did in camp successfully. And so we have to continue to build on that. And obviously, there's some things that we still want to accomplish detail-wise, but we just got to continue to focus on that and hone in on that. And we just got to keep building on this performance.
What did you do to pass the time on the plane?
Slept. Made a little bit on the floor and waited for 5 hours. So it was cool.
How much sleep could you get on the floor?
Not a lot, but it was, like you said.
How useful is the neck pillow really? Is that?
So I had like 2 little small pillows, a little blanket, rested up against the wall, and just kind of try to make the most of it. Appreciate it.
What's so special about his game that you guys are going to have to try to take away?
Yeah, he's an athletic guy. I know they can get out of the pocket when he needs to, but he hasn't really showed it in the first 3 games. But we know that's in his arsenal, and then just making sure his first reads aren't there, and then getting after him as a defensive line, we're gonna keep him contained.
I think as a group, what do you think you guys were able to show as a D-line? Obviously, without Cam in there, do you feel like you guys are coming together?
Yeah, I think we are. We was kind of watching in film earlier, like how young the defense was and like how many years each person had. But at the same time, we just got to make sure we stay true to what we've been practicing all week and go out there and communicate and execute.
In terms of that learning in your first year, this is an opportunity for you to see a team that actually tries to be like one of the teams you've seen already, at least in what they're building in San Francisco. As far as their rush approach up front, what do you expect to see from them? Do you think it's going to be similar to what San Francisco at least tries to do?
Yeah, I think so. Kind of everybody do the same thing, try to get their run going, and then once they're figuring out that's not going to work, then that's when the passing game comes into play. So hopefully we can get them to those 2nd and long, 3rd and longs, and get them in obvious passing downs and get after the passer.